We begin in the United States, where incoming President Donald Trump has blamed the recent fatal attacks in New Orleans and Las Vegas on President Joe Biden's immigration policies. In a social media post, Donald Trump said President Biden's open border policy is the reason behind increasing radical Islamic terrorism and other violent crimes in the country. The Republican added that President Biden and his allies have also caused lasting damage to the United States. Donald Trump's comments come after the terror attack in New Orleans and a Tesla Cybertruck blast outside the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas fueled the narrative that crime is spiraling out of control in the final days of the Biden administration. Seizing on the tense situation, Donald Trump supporters are leading with the idea that only the upcoming national security team and a crackdown on immigration will fix the issue. Trump's controversial cabinet picks are trying to capitalize on these attacks to secure a quick Senate confirmation, a battle that is expected to come in the coming weeks. Notably, Donald Trump and his allies initially claimed that the New Orleans attacker who drove a truck with an ISIS flag into a crowd killing 15 was an immigrant. However, the FBI said that the suspect, who was shot dead by the police, was a U.S. Army veteran born in Texas and had been inspired by the terrorist group to carry out the attack. Meanwhile, on Thursday, President Biden said the attacker acted alone and there was no evidence that what happened in New Orleans was linked to the explosion in Las Vegas.
As I said yesterday, the attacker posted several videos just several hours before the attack, indicating his strong support for ISIS. Federal law enforcement and the intelligence community are actively investigating any foreign or domestic contacts and connections that could possibly be relevant to the attack. And so we're also continuing to investigate whether or not there's any connection between the New Orleans attack and the explosion in Las Vegas. As of now, they've just been briefed. They have not found any evidence of such a connection thus far.
The outgoing commander-in-chief added that ISIS will find no safe harbor in the United States.
People in New Orleans are sending an unmistakable message. They will not let this attack or the attackers' deluded ideology overcome us. None of us should fear that he'll overcome us. We're going to continue to relentlessly pursue ISIS and other terrorist organizations where they are, and they'll find no safe harbor here. I'll continue to provide updates in New Orleans and Las Vegas as the facts develop.
Meanwhile, new details have emerged about the driver inside the Tesla Cybertruck that burst into flames outside the president-elect's hotel. Authorities have identified the man as Matthew Livelsberger, an active-duty U.S. Army soldier who was on leave when he died on Wednesday. Now, contrary to previous information, Livelsberger shot himself in the head before the explosion and likely planned to cause more damage.
It's not lost on us that it's in front of, of the Trump building, that it's a Tesla vehicle, but we don't have information at this point that definitively tells us or suggests it was because of this particular ideology or any of the reasoning behind it. That's the purpose of the investigation that we're conducting, is to get to the bottom of exactly what happened, why and how.
Now, as the details of the two attacks continue to emerge, Republicans are doubling down on attacks on President Biden's border policies to inject momentum in the debate on illegal immigration.